Hi, my name is Steve Craig. I'm a practicing bankruptcy and debt settlement attorney. Since 1994, I've filed over 2,500 bankruptcy cases. I also practice a good deal in debt negotiation and debt settlement, and I've advised thousands of clients as to their options with respect to how to deal with their debt. My company is TridentDebtSolutions.com. Trident is spelled like the gum, T-R-I-D-E-N-T. Today I'm going to give you a 3-minute overview on debt settlement. We're going to cover what is debt settlement, who is a good candidate for debt settlement, and how to choose a good debt settlement company. What is debt settlement? Debt settlement is the process of negotiating with your creditors to reduce the amount that you owe. Typically, we can expect results of settling a debt for somewhere in the neighborhood of 50 cents on the dollar. You can usually comfortably expect a decrease in your debt of 40 to 50%. Will a creditor agree to this? Typically they will, because they don't want you to be one of the more than or approximately million people that file Chapter 7 bankruptcy each year. So often they will agree to a negotiated settlement, particularly if they can receive a lump sum now for approximately half of what you owe. Is it legal? Absolutely. One of the downsides to debt negotiation is that it will have a negative impact on your credit report. When I refer to debt negotiation or debt settlement, I simply mean the same thing, negotiating your debts for a fraction of what is owed. Who is a good candidate for debt settlement? In short, a good candidate for debt settlement is someone that has approximately $30,000 more of credit card debt, and they have some funds available to settle that debt. That's the trick to debt settlement, is having some funds to negotiate. If you have no money to negotiate your debts with, debt settlement probably is not for you, and you should take a look at perhaps filing a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. I would recommend that you get counsel, legal counsel, to look at that option. Our clients typically have debt in excess of $70,000, maybe even $100,000 of credit card debt. They tend to be high income, high debt individuals that have some assets to sell or to liquidate in order to settle the debt. Oftentimes they're business owners. The third topic is what to look for in a debt negotiation company. The first subject is what to avoid. There are a couple of key factors that you really want to look for when choosing a debt settlement company. The first is, does this company charge high upfront fees? If they do, run. That's not the company for you. It's likely a scam. The second thing you want to look for is the time frame over which the company intends to work. If they intend to settle your debts over 3, 4, or 5 years, chances are it's not going to work. There is no court protection in a debt settlement program, and the creditors are not going to wait more than a year and a half, 2 years at the most. The other thing you want to look for is references. Call the Better Business Bureau for the county within which the settlement company operates. If you're dealing with an attorney, call the Bar Association for that state and get a reference and see how many client complaints the attorney has had. And lastly, you want to get references, actual client references. A good company should be able to give you 3, 4, 5 names, phone numbers of clients that they've helped that have been in a situation very similar to yours, and you should be able to talk to those people and get their experiences firsthand. To improve the chances of success in a debt settlement program, I'd recommend highly that you consult an attorney and have an attorney handle it. The reason is that your financial situation is a very serious one, and you want to make sure that you have considered all of your options available to you. My goal as an attorney, when someone comes in to see my office, is to make sure that they have got a good understanding of all the options available to them, the pros and cons of each option, so they can make an informed decision. A good debt settlement attorney will do that, whereas a credit counselor will not be able to counsel you in terms of your options under the bankruptcy code. Also, there are tax consequences. There may be tax consequences in a debt settlement scenario, and a good debt settlement attorney will be able to counsel you as to potential tax consequences of settlement. The other reason why it's helpful to have an attorney is that in a debt settlement scenario, there is no court protection. That means creditors will continue to attempt to collect during the period of the program. In fact, a creditor may sue you during the pendency of the program. Having an attorney on your side, an attorney will be able to settle your debt with the attorney that represents the creditor, and the fact that it goes to court won't faze an attorney, whereas a credit counseling program may not deal with a situation once it reaches that level. And the last reason is simply accountability. An attorney is going to be, you're going to have someone to complain to if the attorney doesn't do a good job. Look for an experienced attorney. An attorney that's had filed over 1,000 cases will have a great deal of negotiating leverage, and the attorney may also have existing relationships with creditors to make the process go faster. Well, thank you for listening to my overview on debt settlement. I hope you found that helpful. If you have, and you'd like to look at additional resources on my website, the website is tridentdebtsolutions.com. And we have additional videos on other options that may be available to you. We have a free packet available to you that describes mistakes that you want to avoid when trying to get out of debt. And finally, we have an ebook called Debt Solutions, and that ebook is a complete guide to all of your options that are available to you when trying to get out of debt. Thank you again.